everybody, what's up and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to talk about the Zoom Q8N-4K camera. Now, I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but I wanted to use this camera for a while and have several months under my belt of using this camera before I did this video. So I've been using this camera for probably 5-6 months now, somewhere in there. So I've made a lot of videos. So if you guys have been watching my channel for the past at least 5 or 6 months, the videos that you're seeing, including this one you're watching right now, is actually being filmed with this camera right now. I actually own 2 of these. So I have one that I'm running right now, and I'm going to show you the other one that I have and kind of show you how to do it. Now this is going to be like a simple version of this. I'm not going to get super in depth with this camera because this camera is very much a keep it simple, stupid camera. For those of you like me that want to keep your recording simple but still be able to do great audio and video recording, I think this is an option for you guys. Now this is just my opinion because this camera has mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I personally love it. That's why I bought 2 of them. Probably going to buy a 3rd one because I just think it's an amazing camera. And for how I shoot videos and how I do stuff, this camera does everything I need to do hands down. And like I said, if you guys have watched any of my videos in the past 6 months, then you have seen how this camera records. And if you've watched any of my music videos that I put up either on this channel or on my band channel, Silverflow, go check those out because all the music videos were shot and done with this camera. So I want you guys to check that out. And I'll even roll some of that footage here in a little bit so you can kind of see one of the music videos and how it came out doing it with this camera. But the first thing I want to say is that this thing comes in a super nice box and very well packaged and comes with a ton of different manuals for different languages. And we're going to get into that real quick and then we'll get into the camera itself. I'll break it out here and stuff because it's in my camera bag. But the one thing I want to give a shout out to Zoom right off the bat with this camera is, hey Zoom, thank you for doing a very good manual. This manual right here that they sent, which I just dropped another piece of it, that's a quick guide on the ground. They give you a quick guide and then they give you a nice little manual in English or whatever language and stuff. This manual is so easy to follow and so well laid out the way they did it. It's just to keep it simple, stupid. Tells you how to do everything on this camera. Like, it tells you what every button does, tells you the best settings to use to set it up, tells you how to set it up, you know, how to format your card. It walks you through everything. That's what I love about this camera. The manual's not super thick either, so look at how thin this manual is. This is super skinny. There's not a whole lot of pages on here. I think there is 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 pages of this manual. Not a whole lot to read. And so this camera, yeah, I can't even say camera. This camera is very easy to use, and I like it simple. I have another digital camera. I have a Sony digital camera that I used to use, and that thing is complicated as crap. I mean, it's a great camera, don't get me wrong, but holy crap, does it have all these menus and things that you got to do and stuff, and it's too much. It's too much for me. So I love this camera. This is a great camera. And it's just amazing. And you guys can hear the audio quality that it gives in these videos that I do. So you guys can already hear it because it's really awesome. The audio quality, I can't talk today. Good grief. The audio quality is astounding and awesome. And I actually recorded a song using this camera and it came out awesome. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So you can do some really cool stuff. It actually has 4 microphones, so you can hook up. You have an XY set up, and then you've got 2 ones on the side. Let's get into that. So I just want to talk about the manual real quick because my Boss GT1000 I got, the manual was crap. And I had to do a 3-part series video, which has been helping a lot of people out on that. So kudos to Zoom for doing a really good manual on their camera that really makes it easy for you to figure out. This camera is real simple. But let's get into it. Now, this case doesn't come with the camera. I'm going to talk about this case in a little bit because it fits these cameras perfectly. And I will tell you where to get it. So check it out. You guys can see how it fits that camera right in there perfectly. Holds your extra stuff right there, your charger and everything right there. So it's really nice. But this camera is super awesome. I love this camera. It's super compact. Super easy to use. This camera also does come with, let me show you the couple extras that it does come with real quick. It does come with, well, it comes with the charger. the charger cable, that is. It comes with the charger cable, so you can plug this into your computer, or you can plug it, or you have to get your own adapter. I ordered the adapter when I ordered it. It's not that expensive to get an adapter, but if you have a regular USB adapter, you're good. But it does come with your cable to charge up. This cable is for charging and also downloading downloading your videos and audio off of the camera to whatever you're downloading to. The cable does both, which is super nice. So we're gonna put that back in here, and we'll talk about this case in a little bit. And I will put links down below for everything. So if you guys are looking for any of this stuff, I will link it all down below so you can go to it. But let's get into the camera here. So this camera, Q8N-4K. So this thing records in 4K if you want to record in 4K. But I do not record in 4K. I do 1080-60 on all mine. And the reason why I do 1080-60 is I learned a while ago that when you're uploading your stuff to YouTube and stuff, it only does 1080 anyway. So it's really kind of pointless to record in 4K to me, because you're only seeing it in 1080 when you get to see it on my channel anyway. So why am I going to use up the extra battery life and all that time and the lag time it takes to download 4K and the whole rigor-rotum of crap that goes into doing 4K when I can just do 1080-60 and put out decent videos anyway? Because I like to put out good quality videos, but in 4K is cool, but I don't see that much of a difference in 4K to waste my time messing with it. So, but this does do 4K, which is super awesome. So if you guys want to record 4K, this camera will do 4K. But we're going to kind of just go through it, and I'm going to just kind of step up here. So up here on the top, this is where your XY microphones are at. There's two of them crisscrossed, and I have the windscreen on it. And this also detaches from here as well, so you can just see if I can do it. You can push your button, and you can detach your microphone on there. I don't detach it. I leave it detached on there, and I have the windscreen on it. And when you guys, this little tip right here, when you want to put your windscreen on, you have to take this off, put the windscreen on over it first, and then line it up on here to get it to go on there. Otherwise, your windscreen won't snap on, but it just clicks back in place just like that. I keep the windscreens on it, and it just works out good for me. Now, we're going to go over the outside first. This is where your lens cap right here, which is attached. So that just locks into place like so. And then on this side is your power button. This turns it on, turns it off. As far as when you're turning on the camera. The actual power button is back here. I'll show you. But this is when you're turning on the camera to record and turning off the camera to record. That's what this button is for. Okay, so let me verify that. This is for record and stop is what this one button does right here. So just to clarify. Now on the side here, you have two extra mic jacks right here. So you can plug in your XLR mic inputs right here. They have their individual volumes right there. And then you have a headphone jack right there, which works really, really well, by the way. And then you have your HDMI power cable for doing power and downloading your videos is right there. That's what you have on the side right there, so you guys can see that. So that's the basic setup there. But this is two other recording inputs that you have on it. So you have a total of 4 mics that'll run in recording 4 microphones once you hook this up, because you can hook up 2 more microphones to here. And then you have 2 up here, so that gives you a total of 4 to record with, which is super awesome. And I do use these when I'm doing certain things, and it just really helps the recording. I'll actually run one up to a up mic here, and then I'll mic up whatever cabinet sometimes that I'm using, so I'm recording all this stuff, and then it gives you a great mix, which is awesome. The other cool thing about this, and let's get into it. So to turn this on, you have to push this button right here. This is going to flip up your camera like so. And then you have this back panel, and you have to open this panel up like this, and then this is your power button right here. And you're going to power it on right there. You're going to hit that button, and then this screen is going to light up, which I'll show you real quick. So we're going to push that button right there. All your lights come on. Now right now it's just running the XY mics, and you can see your screen right there. It actually has the cap on it. I can take it off so you guys can kind of see what that looks like right there. So that's your screen display. And then you have all your buttons right here that control a bunch of different things. It tells you in the manual. It all has different stuff. You have this is adjust your zoom. You have indoor, normal. You have your movie. You have 1080, 60. And you actually have, if you guys can see while I'm talking there, I don't know if you can see, but you can see those level bars moving while I'm talking. So you can adjust your level. For the XY mics, your level is up here. And for these, your volume level is there. So you can adjust it back and forth to get the right level to do it. And then right here on the back right here, if you want to turn on the extra microphones, you push this button and you push that button. Now all of them are on, so if I had these hooked up on the side, and it's that easy to turn them on and off, which is super cool. And then you've got the other cool thing about this is you have your DB pad right here, and you've also got phantom power, so you can actually run a condenser mic through this thing, turn on your phantom power, and you can actually run a condenser mic on it as well, which is super awesome that it does that. So it's super cool. And then you have right here at the bottom right here, you undo this, and that's where your SD card goes right there. I think I have a 32 gig in there, or I think I have a 32 gig in there, but I think you can run like a 64 or 128. Don't mark me on that. You'll have to look at the specs, but I'm running a 32. It's all I've ever needed for what I'm doing and stuff. But that's the basics of this camera. And then it has a bunch of different settings that you can do. You can set up the micro bits. You can set up, you know, 1080, 60, or whatever you want. You can do 4K. It also has EQ, built-in EQ in the screen as well, which is really nice. So you can EQ your each channel that you're recording on. You can EQ your volume and levels, and it's really just simple and intuitive to use. Like I said, if you guys look on here, if you look right here, there's buttons. I don't know if you can see it real well, but there's buttons right here for everything. So you just hit that button and then you scroll through and pick the setting that you want, and it tells you what to do. And it's so easy and so simple to use. This camera is really, really, really just very simple, and it has all the features that I want in a camera. You know, it does great video, does great audio for me, and it's really simple to use. And that was my thing, is I wanted to keep it simple, stupid camera. I wanted something that was really simple to use. I didn't want something that was super complicated. Maybe I'll turn this back on and kind of show you when you turn this on. Turn it back on. You'll have this screen display that pops up, and see if you guys can see all that. You get all this to the screen pop up, but everything here tells you, you can see all that writing in there. It literally tells you what it is on the screen. So you can pick those things. That's what these buttons are for right here. And then you can change those parameters however you want to change them. You know, whatever you want to set them to. And it's just very intuitive, very easy, very simple to use. And I can't state that enough, is how simple this camera is to use. I'm going to turn it back off. Which really nice, like you have this display screen. This display screen, when you're looking at it, you can flip around and it's filming, so you can see yourself while you're filming, so you can see what you're looking at while you're filming. Like I have this one turned around right here. You can literally see it. It goes back in there, so if you're looking this way, you can look at it, but if you have to have it facing you, you just flip it out. You can see your whole display, so you're lining up your shot. And it just records great. It does really awesome for me, and how it really does. I'm gonna roll some footage here for you guys. So here's some footage right here that we're gonna roll right over here, and I'm gonna talk over the footage. So I'm gonna roll this footage of a music video that I did. So here's the music video, and we're gonna talk over that. And this is a video that I shot like right here in my studio. I did the whole green screen thing. I did all this, and you guys can see as you're watching this video that it looks really great. I mean, it's really good video. At least I think it came out really good. And you guys can kind of see that this camera just can do a whole lot if you learn how to use the camera. And it's simple. It's very simple. So this footage I shot, like I said, I did it all in this room with this camera, and I only had one of them at the time when I shot this camera. So this footage is all done with just one camera. I mixed, mastered, and recorded it all on my 16 track, but I shot all the footage and did all the recording on this camera. So there you guys go. There's a little bit of footage right there. I hope you enjoyed that. If you guys want to see a bunch of footage of this camera, just watch my videos from the past 6 months. And you guys can watch tons of footage. I have music videos on there, stuff, everything that I filmed with this camera right here. So I can't speak highly enough about this camera. Now, you can say it sucks. You guys can post down there that you hate this camera and you want this, or you want a DSLR camera, whatever you want. Here's the thing when it comes to cameras, and what I've learned, you have to find the camera that works for you and what works for your style of work ethic, or not ethic, but how your workflow. That's what I'm looking for. You have to figure out what's your workflow. And how you're going to roll your workflow, and how you're going to do stuff. It literally is up to you. I totally forgot to turn on my dang light over here so you guys can have some more light. So I hope I'm going to go through this and you see some more light. And this is okay for you. I'll have to review it back. But anyway, I digress. But you guys have to kind of figure out what your workflow is and what works for you and what gear is going to work for you. For me, these cameras are awesome and I love them and I just think they're amazing, and I'm gonna end up getting a couple more of them so I can do more angles, but they work really good. Now, they don't have this super amazing zoom. They only have like 6 or 8, I can't remember how many zooms. There's only like 6 or 8 zoom settings. You hit the button and it clicks in and zooms back out. So you can't fine tune the zoom as well as you can on other cameras. But the zooms work great for me. I don't need anything to be that fine-tuned for what I'm filming because I can fix that in editing. When I'm editing a video, I can crop the video to what I need. So it's not a big deal for me. That's one of the complaints that people have said because it only has selective zooms. You click it and it only has like 6 or 8. I can't remember how many is it on there, but it only has a certain amount of zooms, and like on a regular camera, you can literally dial it in, really dial it in. This one is not quite as much, but for me and what I do, it works fine. If you're sitting here stationary in a room like this shooting a video, I mean, you don't need that kind of zoom, you know, unless you're shooting like certain things. And everything I shoot, even close-ups, I can shoot close-ups with this camera. If you go watch some of my videos, if you watch my Elise's video that I just put out about my SR18 drum machine, that was shot with these 2 cameras. And the audio and everything is with those 2 cameras, and there's a close-up shot and there's a far-away shot. So you can get those close-up shots just fine with these cameras. So for me, this thing is a winner. This is a great camera. I highly suggest you check them out and at least give a look at this. What did these cost? I think these are like, I can't remember the price of this right offhand. I'll have to look it up and I'll throw it up here somewhere so you guys can see what the price is, but it's like $399. I think they are. I think they're $399. If I remember correctly, they're like 400 bucks. But it'll be up here. I'll put it up here somewhere, so I'll throw it up there so you guys have the price. I'll look it up. But this is just for me and for doing what I do, and I run 2 different YouTube channels. Actually, technically 3 because I run the band channel as well. So I'm doing 3 different YouTube channels, and I'm using these cameras. Now, I used to use GoPros and do a different type of audio. I had another Zoom product that was doing the audio for me, and then I was, you know, lining that up and fixed together. But with this, I don't have to do that anymore. I get great audio, I get great video, and it's all in one package. So I didn't want to get too long-winded with this. I just wanted to showcase this product. This is what I'm using to record my videos with. So go back and watch, like I said, within the last 5-6 months, all the videos I've shot have been shot with this camera. And just look at those cameras and just judge for yourself. You know, that's all I can say is that you have to judge for yourself. For me, this camera is a winner, and I would recommend it to anybody that wants to start filming, or you want to start a YouTube channel, or you're trying to record music videos, or even recording your band, because you got 4 audios that you can record. You can hook up 2 more mics, and then you got 4 microphones. You can literally record a whole band with this. It's like having a 4-track. This is like having a 4-track in a camera, with a camera. So it's like a mini 4-track with a camera, which is super awesome. And you can use it like that if you want. You can literally record into this like a 4-track because, like I said, it has a built-in EQ. You can adjust your levels, and you can actually use this to record your ideas, and you can actually film yourself, which I do a lot. Is I film myself and I record the audio as well. Excuse me. With this camera. So this is a great multi-tool, especially for somebody who's just starting out. It's not super expensive, and it'll cover a lot of bases. So with that being said, I definitely recommend this. You guys can leave your thoughts and opinions down below, what you guys think about it, or even tell me what you're using. But these Zoom Q8Ns for me are the bomb, and they're going to be ones I'm going to be using for a long time to come, as long as they're making them. Now, I want to get into this case. I'm going to set this down over here. It took me a while. I wanted to find a case that would hold this camera and hold it well. Now I have a bigger... Oh, I forgot to tell you. You do get this little lens cap too with that. That goes on that camera as well and goes on the front to help cut the glares and stuff. So that does come with the camera as well. But this little case right here, I actually found it on Amazon. I don't even know what the brand was. But this thing is built super well and it holds the camera. It's nice and padded. What I like, it's super nice and padded. and these pads actually go over the top, and the camera fits in here perfectly, because if you watch, I can take this camera, pop it right down in there, and it fits there nice and snug in that case. I mean, perfectly in that case. And then it's super padded, and when it's in there, and once you close this down, it's snug. It's not bouncing around. It's not sliding around, and it's super padded. It's got this nice little shoulder strap that you can adjust to whatever you want, but it also comes with a rain cover. So this right here is a little rain cover, and you take this little cover out, and you can cover this whole thing. So if you're out and trying to protect it in the rain or something with an extra protection, you cover this bag, and this cover covers that up so it can't soak in with the water. So that's a super neat thing about this bag. So I'm going to link this bag down below, and I'll also link the camera down below so you guys can check it out. And you guys can kind of just tell me what you guys think. Like I said, I wanted to do this brief. There's a bunch of videos out there. If you guys want the whole in-depth, if you guys want a whole in-depth dive in how to do the buttons, things, and everything, you guys can let me know down below, and I may make that video. But there's a bunch of guys that have already done that have gone through and walked through and done all that stuff. But if you want me to do that video and like do a deep dive on this camera, I will do that. But I just wanted to give an overview and say that if you're a guy like me that likes to keep it simple and wants something that you can take out of the box and you can figure it out in 5 minutes and you can have it up and running and start filming and recording, this camera is the camera to do it with. These zooms, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, this Q8, as I'm sliding around, this Q8 right here is definitely the way to go. This Q8 right here, if you want something simple that'll do great recording, something that you can record even with your bands, you can even do this at a live show. What's great about this camera is that you can set it up at a live show and adjust your settings on it, and you can record your whole show. Now, something I need to touch base on is battery life, because I know somebody's going to say something about battery life. So I'm getting about 2.5 hours of battery life out of my batteries on my camera. I would say, depending on how you're utilizing it, you're going to get 2 to 2.5 hours and stuff. Now, that's recording 1080 60 when I'm recording. If you guys are recording in 4K, you're probably only going to get 30 to 45 minutes maybe out of the battery life, just so you know. So that's the one thing about recording 4K is 4K will eat up your battery life. That's another reason why I like recording in 1080 60, because I'm getting about, 2.5 hours out of the battery and recording, and so I get a lot more length out of the battery. So that's something you need to keep in mind. Now, if you guys want to solve the problem and you want to record in 4K and you don't want your battery to die, you can buy a plug-in and get yourself an extension cord and take your plug-in and take your charger and plug that into a socket and then plug it into the side of the camera where it charges, and it'll keep it charged up and you can film all you want to. So if you're recording in a studio like this, and you want to record in 4K, you can literally plug the camera up to your charger, plug it into the wall, and it will just keep its battery life, and you record for however long you want to. When I know I'm going to do a very long video or I'm doing a lot of work that day, and I'm going to be recording all day, like when I do the music videos, I plug in the charger, I plug it into the wall, and I can record for 8, 10, 12, however long I want to. Here we go. So that's something you guys needed to know too, is that if you're recording in 4K, you're going to get 30, maybe 40 some minutes out of it. If you're recording in 1080 60, you'll get about 2.5 hours of recording off of it. If you plug it into a wall though, it's infinity. So it'll just stay charged. So for you guys that want to do crazy 4K, but you're recording in a room, you can plug it in. I've seen guys complain about that, the battery life on recording 4K, but they're recording in a studio, so I don't understand why they're not plugging it in. I'm a little confused on that, because when I know I'm recording and I'm doing a video or a long shoot for the day, I just plug it into the wall. And if I need an extension cord because I want to put the camera in a certain place and my little charger doesn't work, I plug in an extension cord, plug my charger in, plug it into the phone, plug it into the camera, and put it wherever I want in the room, and I can record for as long as I want. So just a little FYI on that and the battery life of it. Or, for you guys that are wanting to go out and record outside and do all that stuff, they make external chargers. They make little charger power boxes. I have one. I meant to bring it in here, but I don't have it. But they're about, you can get little power boxes. They're probably, about that big. not super big, and you can plug one of those in and you can run power and you can record a heck of a lot longer. They make those power charger boxes. You can buy them at Walmart. I tell you what, I'll try to find the one that I have and I'll link it down below as well for you guys. So you can use one of those. But that's something else you can do too. If you guys want to have more life when you're out filming, you can buy one of those power boxes. And they're small, they're compact, and they can actually clip on your gear. They can clip on your belt, so you can be running the camera and have it clipped on your belt. Mine actually has a clip on it as well. And you can just hook to that, and that's your external power that'll keep your camera charged so you can film longer. You know, and they're not that expensive. I think mine was like 30 or 40 bucks, somewhere in there. They're really not that expensive at all to get one that can run for, you know, run your camera for several hours before you're running out. And if you get a couple of those, you can run all day. So I actually take mine with me when I'm using my GoPros, and I'll hook it up to recharge GoPros and stuff, or keep a GoPro running all day. When I don't want to have to keep changing batteries when I'm filming certain things. So just a few things to throw out there on it and stuff. But I love these cameras. I've been filming this whole video right here, and I'm looking down and my battery hasn't even moved. So however long this video is, it hasn't even put a dent in the battery life on it. But again, this is 1080-60 you guys are watching right now. I don't record in 4K, so you guys can record any way you want, but I think it's a great camera. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to end this video. I hope this helps some of you guys when you're looking at this stuff. Like I said, if you want a more in-depth review of this camera, just let me know, and I'll try to do it. I didn't really want to get into all that because then it becomes camera angles, and I have to do the whole thing, and I just want to do an overview for somebody that's looking for something that, like I said, it's keep it simple, stupid, easy to use, works great. You guys can go watch my videos the past 5 or 6 months, and you can see this camera in action because it is the camera that I'm using, and I showed you guys a clip, and hopefully that helps you guys kind of take a little bit more of a look at it, and you know, and you guys can tell me questions, comments, anything down below. I try to answer all the comments as fast as I can, as I get them, and just tell me what your thoughts are on this product, or, you know, I like Zoom stuff. I mean, I've had really good luck with Zoom stuff, so this is just another thing that works great for me. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe, because it definitely helps. I don't care if you hit the ding-dong notification or not. Just hit the like and subscribe button. Leave some comments down below. Check out the links. The links are all down below for this stuff, and we'll see you guys on the next video. So have a good one.